Hi, I'm Monty. Thank you for joining me. Today, I want to show you how we're going to be putting the tip on the end of the guitar where it cuts away, the little piece there, as well as a block in at the point where the neck will join to the body. So we're going to do that today, and I have done that. Now, take a look at the picture that you're going to see here. Now, this picture is a picture of me using this saw, which is a hand saw. Actually, it's a fret saw for cutting frets. And so what I did is I simply cut in one way on the corner at 90 degrees. I put a ruler there, I clamped it there and used that as my guide. Then I moved it to the other side and I did the same. And it worked quite well. In fact, I have the piece that I cut out right here, but this is too small. I want a bigger piece. So what I decided to do, and the reason I used the handsaw was because not everybody has a router, not everybody has a router table, and so I understand that, and so that's why I did this by hand, so you could see that and get some pictures of that. Now, what you'll see next is me using the router, where I've used the router table. I turn the guitar body up on its end, and I go along. There's a little bit of a wiggle there. I tried to move it back with some spacers, but it just didn't work well for me today. Sometimes things just happen like that and they don't always work. So what I did is I used a file, and I don't see it handy here, and the beauty, I'm going to get it for you. This is a file that I bought at Home Depot, and I ground off one edge of the file here so that there's no filing, so it won't do anything and make any marks. So when I'm going across something like this, what that does is keep it nice and smooth, and it doesn't cut into another piece of wood, but it allows me to get an edge on this side or on this side, whatever. And so I just squared that off, and it worked extremely well, and I'm very happy with it. So I use the router, as you can see here. Now, I normally don't do this, but this is a spacer block right in here to bring this out. So I've got that tape there in place to run across. I've got this taped down. It's not going to hit. It's going to be fine, and it's going to be fine on this side. So as long as I keep my fingers in here and keep this flat, we should be good to go. Well, let's give it a shot and see what happens. How we do this by hand, where I sawed through here and then sawed down there. This is just cleaning it up a little bit, and it's not a bad go, although I got a bit of a dip here. I don't like that. Not sure why that happened. That happened because of this. All right, what do you say we just take a little bit off that? Okay, so why? And that, we'll trim that up a bit. Okay, let's give it a shot. You can never be too safe when you're using a router like this, where it's up. You need to keep that away from your hands. Oh, I think that's pretty good. There we are there. So I've taken this, take this off, get rid of that. And as you can see, what we've got here is this piece in here, and I've got a piece here. And I'm going to glue a piece on here and glue another piece in here. And this is going to be where when we come with the router around here, this is where the binding is going to end. It's going to butt up against this, so that's why I wanted that nice and straight. And I think we've got it pretty good. All right, there we go. And so now what I've done is I've glued those two pieces, and I unfortunately, I wanted something dark, and I had some Zero-Coat here, just a couple of little pieces, and I cut it, and I've glued that in there. I wish I hadn't, because it's an oily wood, and it ruined the sandpaper on my thickness sander when I brought it down to the size. So I got to put another sheet of sandpaper on my sander. Man, it gets expensive after a while. Anyway, there you go. That's what we're up to. Now, I've got the tip all glued in here, and then I've got the corner block glued in here. When the router goes around the edge for the binding, it will cut through this, and what that will end up doing for us is allow us to have a nice square corner and a nice rounded piece at the tip of the guitar. This is not a 10-minute job. This has taken me now about 4 hours to do this. And as you can see, I've improvised here in order to make it work and clamp. So it's all good. It's going to be fine. And that's one of the things that building a guitar like this, the acoustic guitar, that you got to be prepared for. It doesn't always work out. You've got to make some adjustments as you go along and become creative in how you're going to do something. But it's still fun to do. So we'll let that dry. I won't come back until tomorrow. This video will go up right away, and then I'll show you the final product. I'm going to end up taking a hand plane, and I'll plane all of this down, and we'll make it all nice and beautiful, and you'll see it before I start and then after. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and there's a bell there somewhere. Click on that or whatever. Leave a comment. I enjoy your comments very much. And I'll see you in another video. That's it. Simple. Bye for now.